Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything is going smoothly for y'all. I just want to check my audio. Cool. Had to check my audio because I keep on having an issue with the other web browser I use. I use Brave when I do certain things, like if I want to share off websites and all that stuff, because it blocks ads and I don't want a bunch of ads all over everything. But the other day when I was using, or yesterday when I was using the tier maker for my ranking of the horror films of 2025, for whatever reason, even though the computer and the settings in StreamYard said that it was pulling from my Focusrite interface from this beautifully sounding microphone here, no, it was actually pulling from the built-in microphone on the laptop. So not really giving you guys the best audio experience, but thank you so much to everyone that showed up for that. I had a really good time doing that ranking, and I was actually surprised that it went as smoothly as it did. I didn't sleep very much the night before, and then I was like, oh man, what if I just end up putting too many of these in like the top categories? But I think it went all right. I don't know. Enough about that anyways. I'm just happy everything's sounding good here. I want to say what's up to all of you guys, and then we will get going on watching Robocop. If you want to watch on YouTube, there's a link in the description. There's also a link for the movie on Prime, because here's the thing about YouTube. If you pay to rent the movie, you get the real R-rated cut. But on YouTube, they'll say the movie's R-rated, but they edit it. It's basically like a TV cut of the film, essentially. So it looks like it's like 12 minutes shorter on YouTube, taking out all the gore, and I think there's a little bit of nudity in the locker room of the police department. So I know a lot of people have Prime. If you've got Prime, you can watch on there, see the film in all of its uncut glory. That's what I'll be watching on. But I do want to let you guys know, so right down below me, see the ticker there? Use promo code Death Squad for 15% off. Guys, I got a whole bunch of really fun new merch on the Fourth Wall Shop. So there's a link right in the description. I've got some really cool Death Squad hats, shirts, hoodies, and then we've got some Jamie Hart gear, which is the I Saw It in the Theater line. And so I just wanted to let you guys know, if you want to order a little something, use that Death Squad promo code. That'll get you 15% off your order. I wanted to put a little something together for you guys for that, because I think it would be really fun to see some of y'all repping that Death Squad gear for sure. And let's see here. What else do we have? I don't think I have any other sort of business to really, go over with you guys. I am curious to know, do we have like some any big time Day of the Dead fans out there? Because guys, George Romero's Day of the Dead is celebrating 40 years. Got an anniversary. I think it was actually just last week was the 40th anniversary. So I'm curious to know if I would like to do something for Day of the Dead. Now I can just do a stream where we just talk about the movie and all that stuff. We could do a watch party. We could kind of do both. I could do a watch party for Day of the Dead, but we could have like a nice discussion either before or after the film. If you guys are into it. To me, I think it's the greatest zombie film of all time. I don't even think it's close. I love Dawn of the Dead, don't get me wrong. I just think Day of the Dead is like the best of the best when it comes to zombie films. Sorry guys, my hair is not behaving today because I actually conditioned it. Usually I just rinse it and it behaves so much better when I do that. And here I am on this stream fighting with this curly mess, this wavy mess of hair I've got. But I'm going to say what's up to all of you guys in the chat, and then we will get the movie rolling. So we got Lamontre Gillard in the house. What's happening, Lamontre? Great to see ya. Chester Franklin Jr. What's up, Chester? Boom. Adrian James jumping in to say, I'd buy that for $1. There we go. We got Antonis Andriotis, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Antonis? So good to see ya. We got Jay Diamond in the house. I'm doing well, Jay. I am doing well. The week is kicking off nicely for me so far. Gene Whitcomb is also in the house. What's happening, Gene? So good to see ya. Jay says, Davey, I'm not watching Robocop. I don't care for it too much. Oh, wow. To me, this movie just gets better every single time I watch it. I think it's an absolute classic and a 5-star film. Jay goes on to say, so I've decided to watch Child's Play 2 on YouTube because I didn't know they had it on here this month. Is that all right? Hey, watch whatever you'd like, Jay. I almost put Child's Play 2 in the poll, but I knew it would win. And I just don't, I was like, well, that won't be any fun. Child's Play 2 will get like 80% of the vote. I wanted it to be at least competitive to some regard. I do really love the first two Child's Play movies, especially. I very much enjoy. Antona says, I've never seen Robocop before, but Brad and Brett have a clip of I'd buy that for $1 scene. That's all I know from the movie. It is amazing. Hopefully you can watch along, Antonis. If you have Prime Video, you'll be able to see the movie in all its glory. I think that Robocop is the quintessential 80s action flick. To me, it's the greatest 80s action flick. Better than Predator, better than Die Hard. And to me, I don't even know if it's that close. Maybe it's close with Die Hard, but I prefer Robocop. It's got a really good sense of humor, awesome gore, and one of my favorite villains of all time in Clarence Boddicker, played so beautifully by Kurtwood Smith here, who a lot of people know Kurtwood from That 70s Show as Red Foreman, but here he is as Clarence Boddicker. He is amazing. What's up? We got Happy Sanjo in the house, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Happy? So good to see you, Koi. Hope you are doing well. Let's see. And, oh, I forgot to mention Jay is a channel member as well. There you go, Jay. We got Jamie Hart in the house. What's happening? Our original Death Squad mod and channel member. Hope you're doing well, Jamie. We got Gory Tiger in the house as well. How are you doing, Gory? So good to see you. Brad Underwood is hanging with us as well. Hope you are doing awesome, Brad. Hope the week is treating you beautifully so far. We got Destiny Faulkner in another one of our amazing Death Squad mods, and a recent first-time viewer of Robocop. So I think it just must have been very recent. We were talking about it the other night. It seemed like, Des, did you just see this within the last week or two? Something like that? I don't know. At least that's what my memory, maybe it's Mandela effect, but that's what my memory is telling me. But hopefully you're able to watch along as well if you'd like. We've got Joel from Dark Room Reviews in the house. What's happening, Joel? One of our great channel members. Hope you are doing well. It's funny you said that. I'm watching Child's Play on YouTube because I just noticed today they had those and was thinking about watching them. It's too bad that they censor those R-rated movies, though. I mean, I get why they do it because they're free and they just want to make sure that they're not showing anything, that a parent wouldn't want their kid to see. So I totally get it. Kind of a bummer, though, still for us grown-ass adults. We got Ryan Olashow in the chat. How are you doing, Ryan? So good to see ya. See who else we've got in here. I may be all caught up. Everyone's saying what's up to each other. I love to see it. Yes, we were. I know. Yeah, then I saw it was free on YouTube, and I was like, well, shit, here we go. We got Dynamite Tiger in the house. What's happening? Yeah, Robocop is an absolute classic. So good. I have vivid memories of seeing Robocop on VHS as a kid. A wild time to be a child in the 80s. We got Brett from Good Real Hunting in the house. Says can't stay long, but wanted to check in on everyone. Thank you so much for chilling here and jumping on in, Brett. Hope you are doing well. And hopefully next time you get to drop on in, you get to chill out for a little bit longer. But no worries. Oh, yeah, you're going to a certain superhero movie. A certain superhero movie that someone that I know said that I could go to with them, and then completely forgot when it came time to asking the rest of the people at the horror show if they wanted to go. I'm not mad about it, Cecil. I'm just a little sad. We've got Ashton Luck in the house. What's happening, Ashton? Great to see ya. We got Eli Cortez, one of our great Death Squad mods and channel members. Always a pleasure to see our guy Eli in the house for sure. Let me see here. Guys, I almost forgot. I wanted to show you. I don't know if you guys saw this pop up on my Instagram or if we're buddies on Facebook. It popped up on there too. This guy, Adam Smasham, that's his screen name on Instagram, put together this really cool reel. He did like a time-lapse drawing of my little, like my face from the Late Night with the Davey, like the old school thumbnails and stuff that I used to have with me in the suit and everything like that, screaming like David Dasmalchian, like Jack Delroy from Late Night with the Devil. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Let me see if I can get my my system to play nice with me here. Let me see. I'm going to do this, share this tab. There we go. I think this is... Well, close enough. Here, let me move that. Let me just move that really quick, just so it looks a little bit better. There we go. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to share this really quick. Always super flattering whenever, you know, we've had some people that have like put together custom thumbnails or logos and all that kind of fun stuff. It's really amazing when people do anything like that. It's extremely flattering. It is a total boost, and it's very humbling too. It's really cool just to see you know, what people give back to the community. And so I just wanted to show this off. You can see his little handle there in the bottom right of the picture, Adam, at Adam Smash'em with an EM on Instagram. So really, really cool stuff. Let me see if I can even show the actual reel itself. Let me see here. Is this going to work? Oh, okay. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, wait. You know what I can do? I can actually load the reel. I know, guys. I'm just being very self-indulgent here, wanting to show this off to you guys. I think I can load the reel in to... There we go. I can just load it right into the program here, into StreamYard. But how cool is that? Really wild to see. Out of all the things that I thought would come from doing YouTube, I never thought I would like wake up and open up my Instagram and see something as cool as what you're about to see right now. So let's check out the reel. It's only 15 seconds long, but here we go. Oh, and it's just going to show it in the middle of the screen there. But this just gives you kind of an idea of what he had originally posted. So really cool stuff. I don't know. I dig it. I dig it. I know it's whatever, self-indulgent of me. But I wanted to give Adam a little bit of a spotlight here. He does really cool artwork on Instagram. So if you're not already following at Adam Smash'em, go give him a follow. It was incredibly sweet. You know, I've had, you know, a lot of you guys, well, maybe not a lot of you guys, but a handful of you guys have even reached out to me on direct messages and all that kind of stuff, and expressed very sweet thoughts and, you know, been vulnerable with me, as I like to be on this channel with you guys. I like to be, you know, vulnerable and show some of that humility, and it's really amazing when you guys toss that right back, or when you do something like this. So just wanted to give him a spotlight there, and then let me go ahead and go back here. And I just want to make sure to do that again. Okay, cool. So we're all back to normal here. I just want to catch up with you guys here in the chat. Eli says, that's friggin' awesome. That drawing is fantastic, says Jamie. Let's see what else. Dynamite Tiger says, that's friggin' awesome. Heck yeah. Oh, is it Adrian's birthday today? It's your birthday now. Okay, so you're ahead of us. Are you in the UK, Adrian? Either in the UK, Australia, something to where you're ahead of us here in the States. Well, happy birthday to Adrian. Everyone throw Adrian some birthday love if you haven't already, but it looks like you guys are already doing that. And yeah, man, I hope, just like with Eli, I hope you've got a great day planned ahead of you. You get to spend it doing some stuff you love with some people you love. So hell yeah. Boom, got some birthday love. There we go. I always try to be as, I just want to give you guys 100% the genuine article. Adrian's across the pond. That's what I figured. But I am, you know, Adrian's always popping into my lives that are like a little bit later. But hey, I'm a night owl myself, so I totally get it. All right, let's go ahead and get the movie rolling. I don't see any reason why not. So let me put that up there. Guys, we got the right above me in the little corner, we've got the stopwatch, so you guys can keep track with where the movie is at as we go along here. And let me just make sure I've got the movie all pulled up. Excellent. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to push play on the movie. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, play. I'll hit play. When the movie's at 5 seconds, I'll restart that timer. and then we will be all set. So let me go ahead and, ooh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to put a poll up in the chat. Let's see here, because I'm interested. I want to gauge your guys' interest with a poll as far as if you'd like a Day of the Dead watch party. Let's see here. Would you like a Day of the Dead watch party? Yes, that would be awesome. No, let's just talk about it instead. Okay, there we go. Or let's just talk about it. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Jamie Hart saw Robocop in the theater. Surprise, surprise. Okay, here we go. And maybe I'll think of a super chat goal. It's been a while since we've done one of those. They're kind of fun. But okay, guys, are you ready? Are you pumped? You psyched to watch the movie? Or if you're Jay Diamond, are you psyched to just listen to us talk about the movie while you watch Child's Play? Love it. Love it, Jamie. And yeah, guys, remember, 15% off. Use the promo code Death Squad in the shop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember seeing Murphy get shot to shit as a kid was just incredibly shocking for me at that age. All right, I'm going to stop the music. There we go. Music is paused. And if you guys are ready to watch the movie, I'm ready to watch the movie. I am pumped for this one. I also have the IMDb pulled up so I can bring up some trivia and some talking points and all that kind of fun stuff. So here we go, guys. We are going to watch 1987's Robocop, directed by Paul Verhoeven, written by Edward Neumeier and Michael Miner. All right, here we go, guys. Start the movie in 3, 2, 1. Sorry, 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. We are rolling. Let me adjust my volume. The old Orion logo. Yeah, they're not making movies anymore. Not happening. Have you guys seen the remake of Robocop? I turned it off like 15 minutes in. I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Jay, I think Day of the Dead it's on Amazon as well. So it's on Prime if you've got Prime. I love these news bulletins they do in this movie. That's something that I think Paul Verhoeven does really well, is like the social satire. It's kind of commentary, but it's done way more like in an over-the-top comedic kind of fashion. You know, it's like, Romero will maybe be a little more subtle, at least in his early movies. And then a guy like Paul Verhoeven's like, let's just make fun of it, I mean, especially if you guys have seen Starship Troopers, which the book of Starship Troopers is kind of comedic, but in a more subtle way. The movie definitely takes it to that over the top. And then we have Lisa Gibbons here. What was she? Did she do like Entertainment Tonight with like John Tesh? I think way back in the day, like when I was in middle school or something like that. That's what I remember her from. These fake commercials are so good. The robotic heart, the Jarvik line. Thank you for sharing that, Eli. Yeah, and the link is in the description below, guys, if you would like to check out the Fourth Wall Shop. There's a lot of really awesome, affordable gear there. I knock down the pricing on my shop way more than what they recommend we sell items for. Because I'd rather just take a few bucks and have you guys be able to have stuff to rep the community. Dick Jones. Ronnie Cox. Love Ronnie Cox. So good in Beverly Hills Cop. And there he is, Clarence Boddicker, man. Kurtwood Smith. One of my favorite, like, he's right up there with RJ Fletcher from UHF. Darth Vader, Dracula, and Michael Myers. Those are like my top 5. Top 5 villains of all time. One of them's from UHF and another one's from friggin' Robocop. Love the dystopian, view of Detroit here. Perfect. Yeah, I put it on when it came to one of the streaming services. I put it on 10, 15 minutes in. I was like, oh, I can't do this. Thank you, Eli. I really appreciate you. Hell yeah. That's awesome to know, Jamie. Thank you so much. I know we had those issues with the spring shop. I don't think you ever got your gear. My parents ordered stuff and it never showed up. So happy to be with Fourth Wall now. And they give me like really good updates on like when something's ordered, when it's been shipped, and when it's arrived. Hey, what's happening, Erica? One of our great Death Squad mods and YouTube channel members. Hope you're doing well. What's happening, Nicholas? One of our great channel members. I have never seen Raw Courage, but I know Ronnie Cox from, other films for sure. Hey there, Gina. Thanks for popping on in. Oh my gosh, you do need a rest after being up for 24 hours for sure. And yeah, guys, make sure to hit that like button, whether or not you're watching live or watching after the fact. It sure does help out the stream and help the channel for sure. And so, yeah, guys, we're, right here in the film is we're getting a really good idea of how bad things have gotten in Detroit. It seems like every day they're, losing another officer. So, yeah, really doing a great job here at setting up the dystopian kind of view and just the hopelessness of the situation. Oh, he's so good. He's so like the parents are two of my favorite characters on that 70s show. I really enjoy the show quite a bit. The one thing that does get on my nerves with that 70s show is the on and off again of Donna and Eric. It just kind of gets on my nerves after a while. But I totally understand that that's just like a thing they do in television shows to keep the wheels turning. It's time to kick some ass. Oh, nice high kick to the back there. Oh, yeah. Des says, I mentioned this to Davey the other night, but there's a Bob's Burgers episode that pays homage to Robocop. The episode is called Sliding Bob's. I mean, this movie is just so classic, iconic, even. I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but there is something about the way Robocop looks. Thank you so much, Erica. Really appreciate you doing the mod thing. That I don't know, Antonis. Let me see if he's listed in the cast. I would imagine he is, but he really is just on the TV. It's one of those things where it's like a character within the movie, not a character from the movie, really. So let me see if I can find that out here. I don't know the name of the character, so I'm trying to see who it would be. I don't know. Someone in the chat, let me know. Somebody in the chat, let me know. Miguel Ferrer here. Absolutely love Miguel Ferrer. Rest in peace, unfortunately. I had no idea. I'm going through Twin Peaks for the very first time, and I had no idea that Miguel Ferrer was in Twin Peaks, but I've loved him since Robocop. He's also voices what's the name of the pig character from Duckman, that USA Network animated show with Jason Alexander. He's just got that amazing voice, Miguel Ferrer. And like the kind of he puts these like kind of assholey performances together, but like a very charming jerk. I love it. I'm a big fan. I could do something like that. You guys want shamrocks on a tumbler glass for all you whiskey drinkers in the shop? We could do that. Some shamrocks and a Davy Death Ray logo on there. Oh, Kitty's great. She's so horny. She's so horny in that 70s show. Yeah, they're definitely more fun, those characters. Yeah. Yeah, and not the only actor from Twin Peaks here, like you had mentioned the other night, Des. With Ray Wise showing up later as part of Clarence's gang. Bixby Snyder is the character's name. Thank you, Eli. Let's see who plays Bixby Snyder. And of course, here, you know, where we're at right now in the film is they're basically showing off their plans for, you know, new Delta City, like the new Detroit. And of course, Miguel Ferrer's character is like, I don't like Ronnie Cox. And I've got my own idea of how to make this work. Okay. So Bixby Snyder. Who is Bixby Snyder? Here we go. Bixby Snyder is S.D. Namath. So here, I'll put it in the chat for you there, Antonis. But again, it's not really a character in the movie. He's on TV in the movie. So it's like a fake TV show they've created. Kind of like a Benny Hill sort of character, I would say. For whatever reason, I'm getting slow down on my stream. Hopefully everything's going well with you guys. I wonder if it's the heat we've got here. Excessive heat warning. It's technically 107, says it feels like 112 at 5:40 in the evening. Feels like 112. That's pretty wild. We're definitely in that part of the summer here in Phoenix. I love you, Sheriff Truman. Yeah, that whole speech about how he's like, he lives in a world of love, even though he's such a jerk in Twin Peaks. It is an amazing moment for that character. That's basically like, even though I act this way, I just want you to know that I'm a pacifist and I love you. I love all of God's creatures. You know, that kind of moment is just amazing. That's pretty awesome, Gina. I've had that done for me at a bar one time, and I think the trick is they pour like 2/3 of the beer, and then they draw the shamrock in the last third, and it stayed like the whole time. It was very impressive. We got our very first appearance here of Ed 209. I love that this model, you know, obviously right there we're seeing an actual like life-size version, but I think when it's moving and it is just like a smaller scaled down model, I really think it's a microphone, like like kind of like a radio microphone. It's very, very interesting the way that I love when they use like real life things for advanced technology in movies. Like even in the Phantom Menace, the little walkie-talkie things they have is like a woman's razor. It's just like that kind of stuff just fascinates me. Yeah, Jackie and it gets pretty ridiculous. I mean, when Seth Meyers' brother comes in, it's like that Randy character is really bad. Like that's a rough turn for a TV show. Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm right there with you. You just have to stay out of it. You just got to stay inside. Oh, the bloody dude, the squibs in Robocop are, look at how amazing this is. Hopefully you're watching on Prime or watching your own physical copy. Oh, geez, the squibs on the legs. Oh, I love how the old man is just like, he's just kind of disappointed. He's just like, oh, how embarrassing. He doesn't seem as upset as maybe you should be. Paramedic. How about a body bag? Jeez, wet vac. Yeah, not only is Randy a bad character, I really do think like whatever his name is, Seth Meyers' brother, the way he plays the character is like, I can't even believe I'm on a TV show. Like, it's very, ugh. Yeah, tough to finish that show. Yep. Here we go. Morton he's making his play. He's seeing an opening. Nothing cooler than a character shouting dick. Nicholas, I've never watched the cartoons. No, I've only seen the first 3 films and the first 15 minutes of the remake. Yeah, the squibs are just so juicy. All throughout this movie, the blood is done very, very well. There is something about that, mid to late 80s action movie. And I think Verhoeven as well. In Total Recall, same kind of thing. Starship Troopers, I don't think is as bloody. But yeah, Total Recall and Robocop, brutal. So juicy, dude. Perfect nipple placement, right? Great matte painting here with the elevator. That's a really good use of a practical matte painting. It is seamless, love to see it. Nice gray day here in old Detroit. Have a good night's sleep, Gina. Thank you so much for jumping in and saying hi. And yeah, give Ziggy some love for all of us. Wow, are you guys like coordinating your chats here, Destiny and Jamie, or are you guys just sharing a brain? I don't know. Feel free to if you guys ever like, I could look it up here, I suppose, but yeah, feel free to pull up the the IMDb and see, maybe you could teach me some stuff. No, it looks like Paul Verhoeven's still alive, at least as far as IMDb says. Born July 18th, 1938. And I'm not seeing here that he has passed away, but maybe their information's incomplete. Oh, here we got our first real action of Clarence Boddicker. And there we got Ray Wise. Of course, he played Leland Palmer in Twin Peaks a few years after this movie was released. He's got a great face. Just very distinct. Yeah, you girls that's wild. And then the guy with the goatee there, that redheaded guy, I reckon, character actor that I recognized throughout the 80s. He also had a stint in ER. That actor's name is Paul McCrane. Bobby, get the door. You guys have already mentioned, a couple people have mentioned the "Can you fly, Bobby" line, which is amazing. That was coming up here. Yep. Totally connected. You got it. Yeah, still rocking. Dez, I have not seen Swamp Thing. Is that a Wes Craven film? Wes Craven joint? Adrian Barbeau, right? I don't think I've seen that one. What's happening, KCX94? It's been a little bit since I've done watch parties. It's sort of a coin flip on if people really enjoy them. But whenever there's like, this movie is streaming on Prime Video and it's streaming on YouTube. So if it's something that's like kind of available, I just talked through the "Can you fly, Bobby?" Love it. Brutal move. So many of Clarence's moves in this are like the biggest power moves. They're so awesome. We're going to see some stuff later on. This guy is just like an American hero. I mean, he's a total piece of shit, don't get me wrong, but he's just so funny. He works so well in this film. So yeah, KCX94. I haven't done a watch party. It feels like it's been a little bit since I've done one, but I enjoy doing them. Maybe it's not so much fun to watch if you're not watching along, but if you can watch along, I think it can be, pretty engaging. I try to not get distracted too much, even though I'm talking about Twin Peaks and that 70s show. But but I try to keep that IMDb up, bring the trivia up, and actually be able to do like a running commentary. And then, yeah, guys, I am working on getting the Discord set up. I need somebody to jump in there with me so I can test out some stuff, because on Discord we can actually watch the movie. So that's something I would open up to members, where members would get basically a link to jump on over to the Discord, and I could display the movie on screen, so you wouldn't have to pull up the movie if you didn't want to. So that would be an even cooler way of engaging and having not only watch parties, guys, but I've done the mixtape kind of thing on the channel a couple times, where we could actually play the music too, which would be awesome. And how dare she get distracted by his dong here? Zip this up. Let me guess. He's got a dong like an alpha from 28 years later. Just guessing. If stereotypes are true. Oh my goodness. It also stars Ray Weiss. Wait, Ray Weiss doesn't play the Swamp Thing, does he? Yeah, I need to check out that movie. It's been it came out in 82, so that was the year I was born. Never seen it. Man, the list of movies that I've never seen that I have to watch keeps on growing. Hey, what's happening, Maxwell? So great to see you. Guys, Maxwell King, he's got a channel here on YouTube. If one of the mods wants to share that channel, please feel free. Check out what Maxwell's doing and see if you want to, just give him a subscribe. Just do it. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like it. You know what I mean? Our first little view there of the I'd buy that for $1 guy, who is apparently just like really funny immediately to these people. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Yeah, Discord is like, I don't know. It's not as user-friendly as something like YouTube, so that's why I want to test it out I need somebody to jump into the room with me and make sure that all systems are go before I plan an event over there and have everyone jump on in. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Because, yeah, I figured the guy that plays Swamp Thing must be giant, right? But okay, I've got to check it out. Wes Craven directed it. Ray Wise is in it. Adrienne Barbeau. I mean, Adrienne Barbeau, not trying to be crass here. Her jugs are enough of a reason to watch her, and she's very charming. So, yeah. They hang so heavy, but so high and so proud, guys. How can I not love her bosom? You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Jamie. Really appreciate that. And here we are, guys. The infamous scene. You a good cop, hot shot? Dude, Kurtwood Smith, so menacing here. When he's got his like old man glasses and his receding hairline, but he is so intimidating. I love it. It's like he looks against type, but he plays it so well. And what's funny too is like, what that 70s show was 11, I think started in 97 or 98. So 10 or 11 years after this movie. And Kurtwood didn't look like he really aged a day in between. I love that line, buddy. I think you're slime. And 80s action movies too all have that one character that like laughs like a total weasel. Like I call it maniacal 80s laughter, like the kind of thing. Like we've got our guy here that does that. He does it multiple times through the movie. And here we go. This is about this hand getting blown off by the shotgun is something else, guys. Oh, it's like it's on a string and they like pull it off. I can't imagine somebody staying conscious after that. Oh, god damn. It's brutal, guys. I mean, this movie is not a horror movie, right? But I mean, there are strong horror elements. I mean, I don't even know how he's awake. Just remember as a kid feeling so bad for him. Oh, there goes the arm just blown right off. Yeah. Yeah, he was married to her and she was in some of his movies. Perfect. What's happening? The Oct 116 days until Halloween. Guys, the Oct has a channel as well. I just saw your latest video going through Spirit Halloween, creeping people out and taking pictures with them. Fun stuff, man. Yeah, if you can capture it in camera, that's the way to go. It's all there. You could always clean something up digitally or maybe change the color if you want to. And then we got our headshot. Brutal. So believable, too. I didn't even see who did the effects here. Robocop only has a 7.6 on IMDb. I guess I'm not that surprised. Still, if this movie came there, critics are so much nicer to movies nowadays. Like when you look at Rotten Tomatoes and you see all the Friday the 13th and they're in like the 20 and 30%, but like modern horror movies are all in the 80s and 90s. Like how 28 years later and like Clown in a Cornfield have better tomato rankings or, yeah, ratings than something like Jason Lives. Friggin' criminal. Who did the effects here? It's got to be one of the big ones, right? Makeup. Rob Bottin. Well, there you go. So yeah, Rob Bottin does the special makeup effects, and then he's got a team behind him, of course. About half a dozen people, 7 people working under him. I don't know if you'd count the hairstylist, so let's just call Stephen Dupuis did prosthetics, so I would imagine he's working very closely with Rob there. And of course, we all know Rob Bottin's work from John Carpenter's The Thing, which is some of the greatest special effects work of all time. And that was done 5 years before this. This all looks very believable here. This scene in the hospital bringing Murphy in is I love how we get his viewpoint, even though I don't know how he's conscious. I mean, because he got straight up like JFK'd pretty much there, like right through the side of the forehead. But the blood here looks very believable, the color and the consistency of it. He's going through these memories that he has, like it's almost like this dream, as he's like losing consciousness and losing his life. It's like he's having these sort of dreamlike memories. I love how close the camera is there on Murphy's face, and then we get that first person view. So they do a really great job, Verhoeven and the team, of really putting you there and making this part of the movie feel totally different and shot in a way that's not as traditional. Obviously, handheld cam and a different kind of lens they're using, particularly in this scene, than what they're using for the rest of the shoot. I love seeing that. You guys know me. I'm big on like camera placement, camera movement, all the finer technical aspects of filmmaking. I find that even though if I wouldn't be able to be on set and do it myself, I know it when I see it. And I love dynamics, whether we're talking about music or film. Dynamicism is absolutely important. The last thing you want is for your film to be balls to the wall the whole time or slow the whole time. You've got to have peaks and valleys to make it work. That's what makes art interesting at the end of the day. And there I've just blah, blah, blah straight. But hey, at least I'm talking about the movie. I'm just watching the cut that's on Prime. So it's the standard rated R theatrical. Yeah, absolutely brutal. Really like the little effects they have here with the scan lines and the static and everything. Action and horror, they go together like peas and carrots. There you go. Jay says, Davey, the critics are really tearing apart Jurassic World Rebirth, but the audience really loves it. What's your take on that? Jay, I actually put together a review. So, guys, if you want to know my thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth, you should check out my review. It sure could use more views. That's for sure. There we go. The Oct is getting subs. Hopefully, Maxwell, hopefully you're getting some subs here as well. Thank you for the reminder, Erica. Yeah, guys, if you're enjoying this stream, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're watching after the fact, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's incredible. Guys, one of my, I think my most viewed standard like video on the channel is my watch party of Big Trouble in Little China. So watching it after the fact helps so much. Make sure you hit that like button and jump on into the comments. Let me know what you think of Robocop. The good, the bad, the ugly, all that kind of fun stuff. Herbert, what's happening, bud? Hope you're doing well. I love how proud Morton is of his creation here. Miguel just killing it. I love it so much. This movie is so much fun. This is, I don't know. It makes me feel like a kid again. It brings me right back to the 80s. Guys, the 80s were amazing. I only got to live through 8 years of the 80s, and my memories probably start in like 85, 86. But man, what a fun decade it was. I have 4 older siblings, so it was easier for me to like absorb a lot of the 80s as well. So, you know, my oldest sister's 11 years older than me, and she was bringing over all of her hot friends with their big hairspray hair. Everyone loves the "I'll buy that for $1." Go Robo! Love seeing you guys support one another, Maxwell. Well, there you go, Jay. You got Ashton's take there. I'm surprised that people are railing on it. I don't quite understand. But whatever. I think some people like preemptively hate a movie before they've even seen it now, you know. This drunk guy talking. I don't know if I've ever really noticed that before. Sometimes when you have headphones on, you pick up on some stuff that you just don't hear. This is a great, you know, a lot of over the top kind of comedic elements of the satire and social commentary here, but a nice little social commentary element as far as the corporatization of law enforcement or, you know, anything governmental. Love the sound design here with Robo steps. Really sells the size. What is this shit? And, you know, great casting decision here. Peter Weller is a relatively small guy. You know, I don't imagine he's very tall and very thin. So he's able to fit in this suit. And the suits, Robocop is still huge, but he's not so like, you know, if you put somebody that was 6 feet tall in a Robocop suit, or, you know, it might be a little too ridiculous. Great little futuristic tracker there. Yeah, it's a classic. It's an all-timer right there. I think so, Antonis. I would imagine, yeah, if a movie performs better in theaters, it probably takes longer. I think sometimes these movies have a deal set up, and when they, especially when they come from smaller production companies, but a movie like Jurassic World being Universal, I don't think it would hit digital early, even if it didn't perform well. They'd still make you wait because they would want to put it out digitally for you to rent for $25, you know? But yeah, I think if it performs well in the theater, they want to get as much of that theater money. I mean, Sinners took a little while to come out, you know, to hit streaming, and that was streaming for rental. Yeah, it was a great decade. What's happening, Pat? That Halloween movie collector, one of our great channel members. Got to check out Pat's channel, guys. Pat and Brett do an amazing job over there. A lot of if you love watch parties, you're going to want to check out Pat's channel. But a lot of just really great horror-driven content. And if you're a big music fan, Pat's a great guitarist, and I've been a musician for decades. So I'm so charmed by Miguel Ferrer's performance here. But yeah, check out Pat's channel. Such great content over there. If you're a movie lover, if you're a music lover, there's something there for you. Thank you for sharing that, Eli. And then we got Maxwell's there as well. So you guys can support some of the other folks in our community here. You guys are so awesome for spreading the word and helping us get past 1,500 subs. It's incredible. And we've had a really good run since then. So we're already at like 1,520 right now. So really loving the support that you guys are giving the channel and the new content and everything. Hell yeah. Love his gun, shooting like 3 rounds at once. Matty Jets Jets in the house. How are you doing, Matty? It's been a while. He says Robocop is still one of the best movies of all time. Amen, brother. For me, this movie gets better every time I watch it. I'm not fucking kidding, guys. There are some movies in my life that every time I revisit them, I'm like, oh my God, like the original TMNT, which is celebrating 35 years. Yeah, 35 years this year. Every time I watch it, better. Those are the kinds of movies that like I really love celebrating. You know, a movie that I want to just keep on watching over and over. And I want Miguel Ferrer to get a Lifetime Achievement Oscar for his performance in this film. I love it so much. Everything he says is like, go, when he just said, go get him, boy, there. Love that. This and the theme here. This theme is friggin' amazing. Just, it's got that heroic vibe. It's kind of timeless. It's not like 280s, you know, there's something about it. Here's a fun fact. I'm a corrections officer and I won $20 one night on a bet that I would only use lines from Robocop all night. Oh, that's amazing. How did you just go from memory, Maddie, or did you have to pull out your phone for the quotes? Jeez, here we go. We're going to get our first Robocop action with the convenience store hold up here. Oh, I got the old school Miller Lite cans, which they've brought back kind of. This really is, you know, a true mom and pop store here. What's happening, Raj? Welcome on in. Welcome back. Says, good evening, Davey. Would you agree with me that the Blair Witch Project from 1999 is a perfect movie? Raj, I've only seen that. I saw it in the theater and then I saw it once after. I wouldn't be able to judge if it's perfect. I remember the end standing out to me. And admittedly, Raj, found footage has never really been my thing. Although I've enjoyed a few more than I enjoy most, but not a subgenre of horror or even just a subgenre that I, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. I just don't enjoy it as much as others. And RoboCop just friggin' laid waste to that guy. What a stiff arm, you know, or a clothesline. Get this guy in the NFL. Get RoboCop. In fact, he could play. The great thing about RoboCop is he could be like a high school player. He could play both sides of the ball. RoboCop could be your running back, and he would just run through everyone. And then you could have him be a pass rusher or a, you know, linebacker or something on defense. And we got a pretty classic scene coming up here with these. It seems like in 80s movies, whenever a woman ran into men in the wild, the men immediately wanted to R her. I don't want YouTube to freak out on me. But it just seemed like something in all these movies, like the Death Wish movies, and just like so many of these movies immediately go for some very disturbing business. Beautiful shots here, though. Seeing Robo's shadow on the blank wall back there is amazing. And then even that first shot when they're chasing her, great sunset shot of, you know, Detroit in the background. So, you know, a lot of the things that we remember these movies for, or this movie for, is the more like high octane action and gore and blood and all that, and, you know, shooting somebody's dick off, which is fucking awesome. But there are some really great, you know, filmmaking elements here. that are put on display. I think that's why Robocop has stood the test of time, and for people like me, why we end up enjoying the movie more and more as we continue to watch it, and as it ages, we find that it ages beautifully because even this shot right here, there's a reminder right behind you that they're trying to build this utopian city, Delta City. It's coming, it's on its way. So, yeah, great element there. And Amazon's giving me a commercial here, but all of you guys watching along, I'll jump right to where you guys are, right to where the stopwatch has it once we return here. So hopefully I don't miss too much, but let me catch up with the chat here. Yeah, I mean, there were video games on the NES and all that kind of stuff. There was a Robocop versus Terminator game that I think was on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo. But yeah, I think you might be talking about, what is it called? Rogue City or something like that, I think is the newer one that they've put out. Yeah. I've never played it. Maybe I should. I don't play as many like modern games. They tend to like suck up a lot of time just to get through even like the story elements. So I don't play a lot of them. Yeah, Herbert, unfortunately. Yeah. I gave him some RIP love early on, and I love Miguel Ferrer as a performer. Yes, Pat. I would love to make an appearance on the channel, man. Anytime, you just let me know. I'm going to do like a Day of the Dead thing for its 40th here on the channel. And I know that you guys have been trying to get, you keep on putting Land of the Dead out there, which is what, 20 years this year. So maybe if you guys, if you and Brett want to do a Land of the Dead watch party, I'd be more than happy to join you. I absolutely love that movie. That's another movie that to me just gets better and better every time I watch it. I think I like it more than the original Night of the Living Dead. Nothing against the original Night. I just think that when I think about the performances and everything, I tend to enjoy the performances overall in Land more than Night. Although Night does, Dwayne Jones is awesome and Carl Hardman's really good. Those two performances are standouts for Night. Everyone else is a little shaky, a little wobbly there. Maddie won his bet all from memory. I could use any character, but it had to be from part one only. That's awesome. Oh my God. Maxwell says, love the Blair Witch Project, although the lady screaming constantly did get annoying. Well, it was certainly impressive for its time, being like, it wasn't the first movie to use found footage elements. I mean, Cannibal Holocaust has a lot of has that documentary feel, but I think it was the first movie to solely be from the viewpoint of the handheld camera. So I give Blair Witch all the credit for making that a thing. And, I think found footage is a great way for a young filmmaker, somebody that's trying to prove themselves, especially before like the big fan film boom. And if you just wanted to make a movie and you didn't have a lot of money to spend or anything like that, that you could prove to a production company that you were capable of, of making a movie. So let's see here, 40, 55. All right. Oh, so we've got our second round of news here with I love the commercials here. So good. You crossed my line of death. This is hilarious. Cold War jokes. I guess if you weren't around for the Cold War, then maybe it's not very funny, but I think this is pretty hilarious. This is like the kind of stuff you would have seen on SNL. Nukem, the game. Love it. Yeah, it probably won't be. Maybe it'll be a little funnier with Edgar Wright, directing it. I don't know. I guess I'll judge it when I see it. Hopefully it'll be fun. I've never seen Cat's Eye. No, Maxwell. Jamie says, although I appreciate what the Blair Witch Project represents and what it did for horror, with all respect, I don't enjoy it. I do think the end is creepy. That's about it for me. Jamie saw Cat's Eye in the theater. I saw that in the theater. Cat's Eye is great, says Pat. Did a watch along a few weeks ago. Still holds up well. That's an anthology film, right? What's happening, J Beach? How you doing? So good to see you. And of course, guys, we have the iconic bathroom scene here where Morton is talking shit about Dick Jones, and he has no idea that Dick Jones is dropping a Deuce Jones right behind him. Even while taking a piss, he's still cracking these great one-liners. Uh-oh, now Morton knows what's up. Pissed himself, or I guess just put it back in while he was still going. I do appreciate that Morton is like, he's not going to flinch because he already, he knows that Dick knows. So even if he runs away, it's like, whatever, Ronnie Cox is so good here too. Iron butt boner. The tension in this scene is palpable. I'm afraid to talk. And Dick Jones is a bad dude in this movie. I do appreciate, so in the sequels, the old man, Ron O'Hurley's character, which I haven't even talked about Ron O'Hurley yet. I think he's great in this movie. I absolutely love his performance in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. So my apologies for taking so long to give Dan his credit, but I love that Dan is even though he's the top of the company here and this company isn't the best company, not very reputable, I do think the old man is a good character in this movie. He's not a total shit. They made him into a total shit in the sequels, but I do appreciate here that he is as decent of a guy as you can be and be the head of a company like OCP. This power move here, this running his fingers through his hair and grabbing his hair. This is a tense bathroom scene. Out of all the bathroom scenes I've seen in cinema, this ranks as one of the most tense. Uh-oh. Jeez. Need a cigarette after that one. What do you guys think of I know Robocop 3 is it's a friggin' mess. It's a total piece of shit. But what do you guys think of the sequel? I have this weird, I don't know, with the sequel, certain parts of it really work for me and I really enjoy. But man, I just feel like the sequel, Robocop 2, is so long. It goes on way too long. I think this movie here is an hour and 40 minutes or an hour and 39 with credits and everything. And I think Robocop 2 is closer to 2 hours and it really feels it. Peter Weller doing a great job with his acting here. All we can really see is you see less of his face than Batman's face. And this whole idea of Robocop dreaming, and having these odd seizures. Uh-oh. Yikes. Beautifully played. Again, great use of dynamics here. Cinematic language. And he's not a jerk to the people. He doesn't push them out of the way. And he's about to pull out his amazing metal middle finger here when he gets to the computer. Him and R2-D2 have a little, similar but a little different ways of getting information out of computers. Ooh, Antonis, this is a very good question. I'm curious to know what you guys think. You guys let me know in the chat. What do you think? Do you like Terminator more or RoboCop? The Terminator or RoboCop? All right, I'm going to close the poll. We have 26 votes on the Would You Like a Day of the Dead watch party, so I'm going to close that. Guys, that might be tomorrow because I don't know when we're going to do Hit the Bricks next. We're still trying to figure that out because Lee is going to see Superman tonight. So obviously no Hit the Bricks tonight for that. But I'm going to do a poll here and see what you guys think. Murphy, it's you, right? I knew this guy that had a dog named Murphy, and I always said that, and it didn't seem like anyone appreciated the reference. So Robocop 87. I know they like threaten her for some reason. Or the Terminator 84 or Robocop 1987. Which movie do you prefer? I think they're pretty different. You know, I think the Terminator is a better movie, but I have more fun with Robocop. So I guess that's kind of answers that for you there, Antonis. I'm glad that they aren't, even though you can think of them as similar, you know, because of the robotic kind of element. I do think Robocop it's just a little bit of a different kind of sci-fi story, you know, but yeah, I would say the Terminator, I think it's technically a better film. Jamie prefers Terminator, Terminator for Antonis, Terminator for Maxwell. Well, of course you do, Jay, because you're not a fan of Robocop. But yeah, I mean, I think Terminator. Yeah, Terminator takes it. Are you watching along, Antonis, right now? Because it's on Prime. Terminator, hands down. But which movie's more fun? What about that? I don't know. I think Robocop's a more fun cinematic experience, but then Terminator really hits on that like sci-fi noir kind of feel. It's just got this atmosphere to it that's, yeah, I would say the Terminator, you know, it's James Cameron. It's more cinematic than Robocop, which is more pulpy. You know, Robocop feels more like a comic book to me. The Terminator feels more like a serious sci-fi story. Yeah, it does have some horror vibes. I mean, especially the first third. Yeah. This fucking guy. Oh, shoot. Well, I guess I won't do Day of the Dead tomorrow then, because Pat's going to be watching Back to the Future tomorrow night for the watch along. Just turned 40 years old last Thursday. Back to the Future is an absolute all-time banger of a movie. So good. '80s maniacal laughter. Is this what this guy, every time this guy gets gas, he has to do this, right? It just seems more stressful than paying for it. Because if you're a criminal, you probably have a lot of money. It seems like these guys do pretty well for themselves. I mean, you know, Clarence works for Dick. This guy works for Clarence. We got Greg Graffin from Bad Religion working the gas station. I mean, I'm joking, but kind of looks a little like him. I can recall Terminator, seen it more times. Robocop, it's been so long since I've seen it. Well, it's on YouTube for free, although it's edited. And it's on Prime as well, J Beach. So I'm watching it on Prime so I can see all the beautiful squibs and all the nudity, but we missed the nudity already, or we're past it already. Robert. This great moment where this character realizes, you're the guy we killed. You're the guy we like blew to pieces. And again, Robocop kind of having I think it's a really cool element that they worked in here that he has this distant, can't tell if it's real, this memory that he has, you know? And he's basically shut down. I mean, he's gonna stay here and just get blown up pretty much. Or I mean, you know, whole station's gonna blow up behind him. This guy's like, I'm out of here, dude. Yeah. What's that yellow cigarette? Who made yellow cigarettes? Or is it supposed to be a joint? Oh yeah, he totally does get a little bit of a tiny little bit of a firewalk there. great shot of Robocop firing with the flames behind him, and I don't know if you're walking away from that very easy. I'd imagine from that wreck, he should at least have a broken collarbone. uh, I'm only laughing because it's in a movie, because having an accident on a motorcycle is very serious business. Jay says Terminator is more fun. There's even a nightclub scene in it, so you feel like you're clubbing watching the movie. There's a nightclub scene in Robocop 2. Yeah, I noticed that, Jay. That's awesome. I love all of those movies. I think they're all great. I do think the first one is easily the best, but I have a lot of fun with each one of those. Saw Terminator in the theater. Remember it like it was yesterday. Awesome on the big screen. I saw T2 in the theater. I wasn't fortunate enough to see the very first one. I was only 2 years old. F you. So, sorry guys, I screwed up. This is when he does the R2-D2 thing. Going through all of Duder's known accomplices here. What's this guy? What's the character's name? The redheaded guy. Emil. Paul McCrane plays Emil. There we go. Oh my gosh. Robocop suit was so hot and heavy that Peter Weller was losing 3 pounds a day from water loss. Eventually, an air conditioner was installed in the suit. That is wild. He's going through the whole thing. Murphy. Yeah. Man, Peter Weller, they picked such a great, he's got such an awesome look in that helmet. I remember, like, I've watched interviews with Peter Weller, and he said, like, you know, while they're making this movie, he really needed to find some things to do to relax when he wasn't shooting, because it was so arduous to be in the suit and everything like that, that he would, like, go into his trailer and, like, read and play the trumpet. And I was like, I just thought that was so cool that, you know, he would do those kinds of things to relax. And I think, if I'm right, I don't know if it's that he's got his master's. You guys let me know in the chat. Is it his master's, or does he actually have a PhD? I think it's like American history or something like that. So Peter Weller is like a, you know, really well-educated guy. It's always interesting when you find out, because, you know, we know a lot of times we know so little about these performers and what their, like, actual personal life is like, you know. At least back in this time, you didn't know as much as how much we know now, because, you know, without social media and all that kind of stuff. But it is always, like, fascinating to find out that some of these people that were big time intellectuals, you know, as well as being performers. What's happening, Sean? So great to see you, man. We are doing awesome. We are almost an hour into the original Robocop from 1987, one of my favorite 80s films, and to me, the greatest 80s action film of all time. So I'm having a blast. And yeah, we're right now, Sean, we're in the scene where he's found out who he was before he became Robocop. So he's found out all the gang members that were involved in his death. He knows his name. He found his address, and he's visiting his old home and having a wave of, you know, random memories hit him from when he was 100% Murphy. Oh, no way. Was it saxophone? I thought it was trumpet for some reason. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just, yeah, I could Mandela effect. You know what I mean? He has his PhD. Yeah. It is really fascinating to find that out about people. I had just referenced Greg Graffin earlier because I thought that the clerk at the gas station kind of looked like him. And Greg Graffin, the singer from Bad Religion, has a double PhD. You know, Milo Ackerman, the singer of The Descendants, has a PhD in botany. It's very fascinating when you find that stuff out. Even what's his face? I can't stand The Offspring, but Dexter Holland has a PhD in microbiology. So it's just wild when you find these things out about, people that we know them as like artistic types, right? And then to find out that they're not only are they successful at that, but there's, a real intellectual back there, intellectual beyond just what we know them for. That movement right there, that body and head movement, like he really is. Oh, and hey, Jay, here we go. There's a club scene. There you go. So I guess there's a club scene in this one and in Robocop 2. This is like a punk club, but it's like they're dressed like punkers, but this is just a dance club. This is very interesting. New wave. What a hell of a time. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that They Live was up there too. I would have put They Live in the poll. I'm not as familiar with it as I am with Robocop, so I wanted to watch a movie that I really could talk about like crazy, I do enjoy They Live. I just haven't watched it nearly as much as I've watched. I didn't grow up watching it the way I did with Robocop. And here we have Ray Wise is being confronted in the club. He might be a little too old for the club. I think maybe you need to go to bingo and find a girlfriend there, but I get it. You're a criminal. So what can you do? Yeah, it's a solid flick. Oh, and here we've got one of my favorite scenes with Morton and the two girls. I don't know if they're hookers or what they are, but doing a shitload of coke off this mirror here. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever watched that. That's a TV show, right? Yeah, I Star Trek, I like the little bit that I've seen, but I've never was like I never took the dive into Star Trek. Yeah. Putting the coke all over the cleavage here. This is a classic move. It was very short, Jay, but yes, he goes and finds Ray Wise's character, and there you are. Cody Decker is in the house, says, hi, Davey. Such a great groundbreaking film. Just met Nancy Allen back in April. What a sweetheart. That's awesome to hear that she is a sweetie. I think she's incredibly cute and really good in all of these movies. Even though I don't think Robocop 3 is a great movie, I do think she's really good in all of them. I think they unceremoniously kill her off in the third one, unfortunately. But yeah, I really dig her here. She's great in Dress to Kill. I think Dress to Kill is an awesome American giallo film. Brian De Palma, really, really good stuff. And here we get, man, these squibs. I don't know what it is. I've never seen somebody get shot in real life, but there's something about them that they feel and look so real. They don't seem too over the top, but very so juicy, dude. Yeah, Keith David is in it and kills it in there. Yeah. Yeah, free on YouTube. There's a bunch of really good stuff that's free on YouTube right now. The Batman 66 and a bunch of Batman cartoons. Love Clarence pulling the pin with his tongue from this grenade. Very futuristic looking grenade. There is just something so badass about Clarence Boddicker. Everything he does is like this hilarious production. Look at the bloody legs, just brutal. And by the way, back then, having a video on CD, I don't know if that technology existed, because this looks like a V8. This looks like a tape. It looks like an analog tape that they're playing. They just put the CD in there to make it seem futuristic. And there we go. Bob is done. Oh, and I missed one of my favorite lines because I was talking to you guys. When Boddicker shows up to the house and he goes, "Bitches leave." One of the best lines in all of cinematic history right there. Bitches leave. Yeah, there you go, Sean. Yeah, the fight scene to end all fight scenes. You could go to the bathroom and make yourself a sandwich and come back and they'd still be fighting. Hey, what's happening, Brett? Great to see you, bud. It is going great. Brett's saying, have you watched the RoboDoc episodes on the making of the film? Highly recommend it. I have not. I saw those pop up when I was, checking stuff out about the movie before doing the watch party, but I've not seen the RoboDoc series. I love this. I'm just gonna gush over Clarence Boddicker for most of the time when he's on screen here because Kurtwood Smith is so charming, like I've said, and he pulls one of the biggest power moves I've ever seen in film right here in this scene when he dips his fingers in the dealer's I don't know, is he a dealer, is he just another gangster, and when he dips his fingers in the guy's wine and like sniffs it, I don't know, here, right there. I don't want to fuck with you, Sal. What the hell is that? To put your fingers in something that somebody else is eating or drinking is just the biggest power move, the biggest like fuck you, I know I have the upper hand move. There you go. Love it. He's just not fazed by anything. Tonight. It's great. He's just like, let's get to it because I have other stuff to do. Yeah, that's coming up, Sean. We're at the point where Robocop is breaking in right now. Yeah, great scene. Great shot of Robo coming in here. And this is just, you get to see like the precision on display here. Very like video game elements. I dig it. I loved that old Data East arcade game. It was a quarter muncher, yes, but you really felt like you were, it's a side scroller, but you felt like you were Robocop, the weight of the character and everything. It was amazing. They always seem to miss the one part of his body that's fleshy, you know? Very convenient. Very convenient to keep on missing that part. The guy just covered in coke. You would just be high all day working it. Yeah, you have to have a respirator like those guys. More great squibs. Love the posing when he's shooting. Great poses. Oh my gosh, that squib was amazing. I think we might have even gotten the Wilhelm scream there. Ooh, the no look. The no look across the body. Robocop is just the shit. Look at this guy. Amazing. He's just killing everybody. Look at the body count here. He's like putting Jason and Michael to shame. Oh, well, there you go. Clarence is like, I'm going to make sure I've got a human shield here. That guy's yell. That guy's the funniest voice. I'm checking the poll. Oh, 92% of 12 voters say that The Terminator is the better movie. I can totally understand that. Yeah, I don't think you guys are wrong. Ah! Yeah, Clarence probably didn't expect that to happen. What can you do? I work for Dick Jones. Yeah, throw him through some glass. Yeah, you got to set him straight, you know? Yelling, what is this shit while getting thrown? I love it. Yeah, this is where RoboCop realizes the connection here, the corruption. And it only gets worse in the sequels, the corruption, folks. It doesn't get better, even though Ronnie Cox doesn't make it, even though Dick Jones doesn't make it through the movie, it doesn't get any better. There you go. Sean voted for Robo. A couple people did. 92% of 12. So what? Two or three people? And even though he wants to kill him, he just can't. Jay says, "Hey, Davey, watch the original Invisible Man with Claude Rains. The Invisible Man is a slasher. He kills over 100 people in that movie when he derails a train. The kill count is astronomical." Yeah, I've never seen that original Invisible Man. I haven't even seen the Lee Winnell Invisible Man. I haven't even seen Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth Shue. Oh, here we go. Sean, we're getting to that point where he says, "Give me my fucking phone call," and he signs the paper with his spit, bloody spit. He's a cop killer. Love it. Jeez. Yeah, even the bloody spit is very believable. Really awesome matte painting there, because Detroit did not have that many skyscrapers in the 80s. It's good shit. I do want to give it a shot. It seems like a really twisted kind of take on the Invisible Man. Like I do it, I've watched video essays on it and everything like that. So, I know the gist of what happens in the movie and everything like that. And I love Kevin Bacon. I really like Elizabeth Shue. I think she's solid. I mean, more than solid. I think she's fantastic. So yeah, there's no reason why I haven't watched Hollow Man. Just a movie that I missed when it came out originally, and then just never picked up on giving it a view. There's so many good movies that I've missed out on for sure. I can only watch so much, and then I'm a creature of habit, Jay. So I'm a big rewatcher. Movies that I love, I like to rewatch and bask in them. So there's that too. But I'm not alone. I think everyone's got those blind spots. A lot of people have, great movies that they've never seen that they're catching up on. So I've watched more movies in 2025, more movies that are new to me and new movies than I've watched in the last like 5 or 10 years combined, probably. Here we go. Dick Jones knows he's got Robocop exactly where he wants him because he can shut his ass down. Mm-mm. But oh no, product violation. And this acting here, that's got to be kind of tough to pull off convincingly. Where he just like literally looks like he can't walk any further and he's just shutting down. I love it. Yeah. I've still got movies. He sent me so many amazing movies, and there's still some of those that I haven't seen. Like I still need to watch Demons 2. I need to catch up on that. I really enjoy the first Demons. I've watched it a couple times since he sent me the Blu-ray Steelbook. And I think I've got the one that has Demons 1 and 2 in it. So I need to catch up on the second Demons movie as well. The Sleepaway Camp movies, I need to watch those. Dez was talking about Swamp Thing earlier. I need to go, I need to check out Swamp Thing. So yeah. Yeah, I love rewatching movies. To me, it's just like I get to, find something deeper in them. Usually, there are always things that I see on subsequent viewings, or that I just pick up from the theme or pick up from performances. So I think just like listening to albums over and over again, I think there's a really high value in revisiting films that you enjoy. Damn work and family getting in the way, You try to watch movies with your family and they won't shut up. I watch a new horror movie every night this year that I've never seen. That's awesome, Antonis. Way to be, man. And Robocop's just getting his ass beat right now. Just getting thrown around the office. It's going to be a while before they really Fix this place up. What the hell? Damn. Shooting rockets and shit. Trouble in the Tower. Ed 209 is pretty killer. It is a pretty good effect here. Robocop makes the right move by going to the stairs, you know. Ed 209 just can't do it. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that one. Yeah, that's one of those. Is that an old Universal film? I love the weird, like, puppy dog kind of. Yeah, Ed 209's like trying to figure it out. Can I do this? Nope. Squealing like a little baby, you know, pretty much. Chester says I voted for Terminator because I think Terminator is more badass than Robocop. Fair enough. And we got Cody Snyder, one of our great channel members, and Death Squad Mods jumping on in, says back on streams this week. Hell yeah, Cody. Yeah, you've been driving all over the place, man. So happy to hear that you're keeping safe out there on the road. I saw your post earlier from today with your, you know, your over the top hat on. Love that. And yeah, I saw you posted your Davy Science Theater mug. That's way too cool. I'm glad you're digging that. And yeah, are you doing over the top this week? Is that the one you're doing? No, I never read that comic, but I do know, yeah, Frank Miller wrote the second film, and of course Irving Kershner, who, you know, directed The Empire Strikes Back, directed RoboCop 2. I just wish RoboCop 2 were a little tighter. I love so much about that movie. To me, I think it's a little long-winded, but I think it's a pretty good sequel that could have been great if the runtime were a bit tighter. And man, that RoboCop is just a man without a country right now. He's just getting obliterated by everyone. The lack of respect is stunning here. And love the way the shots are composed here. You know, you get a lot of those like side shots of the guns, like at that angle, that diagonal angle. Very, again, pulpy, comic booky for sure. Yeah. And this is like me trying to avoid work, just rolling around trying to get out of the way. Supposed to be with Jason and Kyle. Yeah, I think I had seen in your post something about that. Okay, cool. So Backtrack Cinema and Kyle Curtis from Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13. Oh, different one. Which one are you doing this Thursday? And what channel is it on? Feel free to share a link if you have a link already, Cody, and you want to drop it into the chat so people can set their notifications for it, for sure. Yeah, you guys don't want to miss out on that. Cody is an amazing member of our horror YouTube community, and we need to get him on more streams. We need to do I know I always say it, Cody, but I owe you a cuffs. You hopping on Movie Punks with Foz and I and doing a watch party. And guys, I think I haven't talked to Foz about this yet, but I think Movie Punks, maybe we should do watch parties and talk about the film during the watch party. I think maybe it would be a bit more engaging. I've just noticed that the numbers on Movie Punks aren't where I would like them to be. And I think that if we did a watch party while we discuss the movie and you guys could watch along, you know, maybe it would be just a little more engaging. And of course we have to have Cody on for cups. Oh, your two dudes perk. Awesome. With Dave and Tony. That'll be a banger. Which movie are you guys doing? Or can you not say? Or is there just a stream? Just is it a topical discussion stream? Or are you guys actually doing, because I know back in the day, you know, two dudes and some bullshit they would watch movies a lot of the time. So is it going to be a watch party or a discussion? I turned the remake off after like 15 minutes, Brett. I couldn't do it. It just was not my flavor. I was like, man, this movie just doesn't get it already. Another amazing Clarence Boddicker moment here we're about to see. I know. I just can't talk enough about him. You know, talking to the secretary, taking his gum and putting it on her nameplate. Maybe you could fit me in. That is just terrible. He's just like, I'm going to shoot my shot in the most direct way. You can keep the gum. Terrible. Clarence just doesn't give a fuck. No fucks to give. It personified. Nice. A discussion and not going to... Perfect. Well, there you guys go. I know a lot of y'all, I would imagine everyone that's hanging out in the stream or is watching the stream later on, I'm sure you're subscribed over to Dave McCrae's YouTube channel as well, but you can catch our guy Cody Snyder over there on Thursday. Hell yeah, man. Looking forward to that, Cody. Love those guys. I love Tony and Dave. Cuffs. Good Christian Slater film. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. So we're supposed to do the Summer of Slater, and June just like went by like that for me. So unfortunately, we didn't have a Movie Punks episode. But earlier today, I was like, man, I have to reach out to Foz. And then this is just another, good reminder to reach out to him and get something set up for July, maybe even 2 for July. Yeah, I really enjoyed Sinners. Yeah, filmmaking and great shots. I mean, it felt and looked like a Tarantino movie, especially that first half of the movie. So here we got, Dick and Clarence putting together their plans to destroy Robocop here and take over the city. Boom. Practically are the military. That's a scary thought there. Nice. Taking some time off in the LA area. Next week. All right. I did see Judy Aronson posted something. They're doing a 45th anniversary of Friday the 13th out there at the LAX, I think the Hilton out by LAX, and that's August 8th through 10th. So anyone that lives in the LA area, or anyone that's going to be visiting the LA area here in about a month, a good opportunity to see a lot of people from all throughout the Friday the 13th franchise. I wish I could check it out. I won't be able to make that, unfortunately. But I love me some Judy Aronson. His gun is friggin' massive. Sweet, Gerber. There you go. Some baby food. But don't you need to eat food? Doesn't he still need to eat food? How does he go to the bathroom? Or does he just not have to do that? I don't know. Guys, I don't know how the digestive tract of Robocop works. Going to the 50th. I would imagine they'll do the 50th in Jersey. Probably. I'm kind of freakish. We'll get our first look of Robocop with the helmet off. This is a really well done practical effect here as well. The Rob Bottin work is very impressive. Still holds up here almost 40 years later. There you go. Clear the driveway for Cody's sleeper cab. Your wife moved on pretty quickly. I'm sorry about it, Murphy. There's so much trivia here on IMDb, and I haven't even gone through it just because the movie. There's so much to talk about while watching the movie. Peter Weller said one of his favorite memories of his film career was filming the drug bust scene. While filming the sequence, Weller was listening to Peter Gabriel's song Red Rain on his Walkman inside the Robocop helmet as he exchanged gunfire with various bad guys. And now we have complete anarchy in Old Detroit, as we heard from Officer Nancy Allen. The police are on strike right now, so it's just complete mayhem. We got the I'd buy that for $1 guy is back. Emil just loves this dude. Favorite TV show of all time for Emil. What's happening? Dean Renner, one of our great channel members and Patreon members as well. Hope you are rocking and rolling, Dino. Great to see you. Oh, no. Walked out of Jurassic World after 30 minutes because the absolutely insufferable people in front of you. That is terrible. If you saw Hit the Bricks a couple weeks ago, we talked about our bad movie theater experiences, and I had to tell somebody to turn their phone off at the screen unseen screening of Jurassic World Rebirth. So that is, unfortunately, when you go to see a movie that's, probably more popular than most, you're going to have to, it's more likely there are going to be other people in the theater that are not as respectful or aware or courteous of others. I love that the car is called the 6000 SUX. It just sucks. This gun is just ridiculous. The recoil must be absurd. I mean, in real life, it would knock you on your ass, right? Yeah, Dean, I'm going to see Superman on Thursday. I'm going to see 2 back-to-back screenings, IMAX 3D, and then the Dolby Atmos or whatever their Dolby thing is at AMC right after. And I'm going during the day. So I'm hoping that there's not a bunch of fuckers there. That's too bad. Did you talk to the managers? I guess you've got the Regal thing, right? So you don't have to worry so much. There have been a couple times, though, where I'm like, you know what? Screw that. Even though just because I'm A-list and I can go see it again, since I'm A-list, I should feel like I can go and complain to the management and be like, these people are ruining my experience, man. Kick these fuckers out. Yeah, it'll probably be cooler than the IMAX 3D, but I figured there's not many movies out there right now that I want to see this week. So I'll just see that twice in a row. And then that'll be good for, I'm going to put together a Superman review, of course, for the channel. And I think hopefully that'll be, I can actually make some notes and be able to talk about the movie even better than I would if I, just seen it once. And here we're already, we're getting to the climax of the film here. Got about 17 minutes left. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me here. If you're watching, make sure to click that like button. If you're watching after the fact, drop into the comments and let me know your thoughts on Robocop from 1987. Hell, you can even let me know your thoughts on the sequels or the remake. Anything Robocop, let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got high hopes. Maybe that's foolish of me to have high hopes. I'm not sure. Part of me thinks that maybe B+ is probably its ceiling, but I'm hoping that it surprises me. How about that? That's what I want from the from the viewing experience of Superman. I want it to be a pleasant surprise. We got our bad guys showing up here. Nothing fancy, just kill him. Love it. I don't know. I don't know if I would hang out. I'd be like, yeah, we're partners, but I don't want to die. These guys all have these giant friggin' guns. Yeah, I'm excited too, man. It's been a big wait for Superman. So I am very much looking forward to it. And, I'll be honest with how I feel. Once I let you guys, once I see it, I'll be honest. I have way lower expectations for Fantastic Four than I do for Superman. Jay says, I'm excited for both Superman and Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four opens up on my birthday. So to celebrate turning 46, I'm going to go see it and hope that Doom is in it. Maybe they'll give us a little Doom in a post-credit or something like that. Maybe. That's what I would imagine. Ray Wise's face is crazy. Got the ice cream truck, the big bad boy ice cream truck here. Oh, this is one of my favorite bits, the toxic waste. Emil and the toxic waste. I love it. Ooh. That'll straight up make a Joker out of you right there. Well, you just come. That is a shitload of toxic waste. Brutal. This is one of my, when I was a kid, this is one of my favorite things here. When we see his like fingers, like, yeah, oh, it's so fucked up. Sludgy monster. Oh my God, I love it. Whoa. Yeah, it is. It's really cool they got that hubcap flying. Don't touch me, man. How can you be helped? You just got to kill him, right? Just put him out of his misery. Yeah, and we're about to get another great shot that is very freeze frame worthy when Emil gets hit by Clarence here. This is incredible. If you freeze frame it, the head popping off, it's just incredible. It's so juicy. So juicy, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get him in a post-credit scene. I would be very surprised if he shows up, more than just a post-credit scene. Yeah. The movie has a good, man, she gets shot to shit there. I don't know how she lives through that. Yeah, I don't see, the production design is really cool. The mid-century modern look that they have. Nothing else about the movie looks very interesting to me at all. Yeah, it is such great, special effects. The practical effects here are, Rob Bottin just killing it. He's like, I'm offline. I don't have to arrest you. I can just kill your ass. Well, you killed me. You took my family away. You bastard. Yeah, Leland Palmer getting ready to drop a load here. No! Oh, oh! Incredible high highs, very low lows for Ray Wise's character there within seconds. This is unfair here. This is an unfair fight. Although I guess Robocop fighting anyone. Ooh. But does he feel pain? I don't know. This shot. Oh, the blood splatter. That squib popping all over Robocop's chest is incredible. I could only imagine the reaction of people in the theater watching this movie. Jamie, what was it like? Tell me. Were people hooting and hollering, I would imagine? They'll fix you. They fix everything. Wow. A poignant message from Robocop there. Another great matte painting there in the background. I mean, I think even that building is a model or something like that, or a matte painting. Oh, she went to bed? I missed it. It's only 10 p.m. there. She must be tie-tie. This is great. Just shoot this guy. There we go. Done and done. 2 bullets from the military grade rifle is all it took. The backwards walk from Robocop is just the most massive flex he's got here. You get little, some, I guess, a light comedy here with Ed 209. Twitchy toe. What about Bob Morton? What happened to him? No one's wondering what happened to Morton? What a great, I'm just like, I'm silent because I just love this ending so much. That's kind of screwed up. Well, let me show you. Middle finger spike thing. Ooh, and it's still goopy from Boddicker blood. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's gonna kill his bot like a chopper. Okay. And he just, now there's no hiding it, right? He is like fully out of the criminal closet. He's like, yes, I am a filthy criminal. Love that. You're fired, gets shot. Oh, just Squib City. Duder loves it. The oddly long arms of Dick Jones as he falls. The thumbs up. So good. So wholesome, for a murder just having been committed. So wholesome. Love it. Oh, I'm got goosebumps. Guys, that is Robocop. Paul Verhoeven's Robocop from 1987, written by Edward Neumeier and Michael Miner. What an awesome flick that is. I'm a big fan, guys. I'm a massive fan of Robocop from 1987. I try to watch this movie once a year, so thank you so much for sharing that viewing experience with me. And yeah, guys, what we'll do is you know, for Brett and Pat that are, I see Brett still in the chat. I'm not sure if Pat's still hanging out, but they are watching Back to the Future tomorrow. So I recommend that you hop on over to Pat That Halloween Movie Collector and subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you can make sure to catch them when they go live. It's always a blast. Like, they're really fun on the stream. And then much like the way you guys are in the chat over here, the chat is really entertaining and fun as well. So it's a really good time. If you haven't subbed over there or checked out one of their streams, you know, peep on into that one tomorrow for Back to the Future from 1985. That'll be a fun one. And then what I might do, because guys, I don't have a guest lined up for Late Night with the Davey this week. So Late Night with the Davey episode 52 might be a Day of the Dead 40th anniversary special. So what we can do is I can, you know, talk about the movie, what I love about it, get your guys's kind of feelings about the film as well. So, you know, if you guys are planning for showing up for Late Night with the Davey, that'll be Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Then, you know, reflect on that movie. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's on Prime. I highly recommend it. And it might even be on like Tubi or one. I think it's on, somebody had put in the chat that it's on Tubi or like Pluto TV or something like that. So if you don't mind some commercials, you can check it out there. If it's been a while since you've checked it out, give it a watch again and jump on into the stream on Wednesday. We will talk about Day of the Dead from 1985, my favorite zombie film of all time. And let's watch it together. How about that? We'll do kind of an extended Late Night with the Davey episode, talk about the movie a little bit, watch the movie, and then for those of you that are true night owls, or for those of you that are closer to the West Coast, you know, we can chat about it a little bit after the film as well. So why don't we plan on that? That should be pretty cool and a fun way to get us back into, you know, watch party mode, as it were. But real quick, guys, I do want you to know, right down there, see that? Promo code Death Squad for 15% off on in the merch store, on the Fourth Wall store. So I just want to show you guys. I know I've been sharing it like crazy, but I'm really excited about the, you know, the gear that we've got. So let me do that. Guys, look at these super fun Death Squad hats that we've got. They're very affordable. $18 for the ones that are embroidered, $15 for the ones that are just like your standard kind of screen print. So a little higher quality for the ones that are 18. Got different colors there that you can see. Even got some that have a white logo on a darker hat. And we've got a second design for the Death Squad logo right there, the slime print, which is really fun. It even got to work in the channel's logo with the Death Squad stuff. And then yeah, got a Death Squad mug there with the slime logo. We got the I Saw That in the Theater from the Jamie Hart line. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, guys, if you're thinking about grabbing some gear, there are some new designs out there. Even got a koozie, got that I call this the superhero logo with the red print there with our cutesy little monsters watching movies. Hoodies and t-shirts there as well. So all sorts of fun stuff, new stuff that you can check out, very affordable. It seems like Fourth Wall is operating, you know, a really good you know, business here. So it's not like the spring shop. People are getting their shirts and everything in a very reasonable time. And if you use that promo code Death Squad, you can get 15% off of the merchandise. So how about that? Not so bad. So yeah, so that's my last plug of the night. And then I'll be in the chat tomorrow on Pat's channel, hanging out as an audience member. And I hope you join us over there. And let's jump into the comments here before we say good night and all that fun stuff. Dean says, I wish I'd seen this notification before I went to the theater. I'd have joined this instead. Hey, next time, make sure that notification bell is hit, Dean, and you won't miss it, okay? There we go. We got a link for, oh, sweet. I think that's for the actual video itself. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Cody. Really appreciate you. So yeah, guys, you can click that link that's in the chat, and you could even just hit the notification just for that stream if you want to make sure you can check that out. I had a lot of fun too, Jay. Really appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out even though you're watching something else. That's really cool that you still want to kick it with the community, and you still get to watch the movies that you're interested in seeing. Yeah, dude, that's wild. I've never had to leave a theater because of the way people were behaving. But at the same time, I totally understand, because I don't want to get beat up or worse because I'm confronting somebody in a movie theater. And especially out here in Arizona, you never know who's packing because it's open carry. But yeah, the screen unseen thing, I was like, this guy with his blankie and everything, I feel like I can tell him to shut his phone off. I took a gamble, and he actually did turn it off. It was amazing. It won't midnight. No, it'll be 9 p.m. Eastern for late night with the Davey. There you go. Chester says Day of the Dead is in my top 5 favorite zombie movies. Yeah, for me, it's the top, but hey, top 5, I'll take it. There's some really damn good zombie movies. I couldn't fault you if you said that Dawn of the Dead was your favorite. I couldn't fault you. I know there's a lot of people that are really big fans of Return of the Living Dead, or even the Night of the Living Dead remake. Cody, I think that's your favorite of the Romero, produced zombie films, if I'm correct. Oh, it's just for the channel. Cool. So yeah, guys, go over there, subscribe to Pat's channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and you'll be alerted before they go live tomorrow. Let's see here. Oh, sweet. And thank you so much for that one, Cody. Yeah, we've got Dean Renner's channel there. Enter the Cinevault. Yeah, the guy had, people bring blankets to the movie theater now. Like, I see a lot of people that bring like half of their living room to the theater. I even see grown adults and children that wear like onesie pajamas to the movie theater. I really don't get it. It's not that cold in the theater, folks. It's not that cold. Yes, Beanie's Night. Yeah, you must be pumped about the uncut version of that that's coming out here shortly. When is that coming out? August or something like that? But yeah, I mean, I think Day of the Dead is easily a top 5. I would be surprised if somebody had seen it and it wasn't in their top 5, for sure. Let's see here. I never saw Day of the Dead. I saw Dawn of the Dead. Always wanted to see the first one. So yeah, Night, Dawn, and then Day. Day is my favorite. Although I understand that Dawn of the Dead is the fan favorite, for sure. People treat the theater like it's their own living room anymore, and it's insane. Yes, it's a bit too much. And I guess out here in the desert, maybe the reason why people bring a blanket to the movie theater is because I guess when it's 1:15 outside, you want to wear like shorts and a t-shirt. And then I guess the theater is kind of cold if you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, but there's way too much of this, like, I don't know what it is. And maybe I'm just a jerk for feeling this way, where I'm just like, all these people with their very specific needs and wants when they're out in public. I'm just sort of like, sometimes when you go out in public, you have to assimilate to the way that behavior is accepted in public, and not make everything about your own private existence when you're out there. I mean, you did choose to go out into public, so there's certain decorum and levels of courtesy that you should have for your fellow human being. Savini's Night comes out in September. All right, there you go. I don't even pay attention because physical media, I mean, for movies, physical media is not really, it doesn't really interest me that much. I don't know why. Like, I love having copies of movies on physical media. I can't do the whole chase and buy every movie that comes out when they release a new version every 5 years, it seems like, with these movies. So yeah, I just didn't remember. But I figured it was in time for spooky season, for sure. There you go. That's why we still need drive-ins. Yeah. I still need to check out a drive-in theater. Never been there. Fell at home while at the theater, or feel at home? I mean, and the thing is like, if you want to have that home experience, you just wait a month and then you rent the movie at your house for $20 or $25, and then it's just $25 or whatever for your whole family to watch it. You can pause it so you guys can make snacks and go to the bathroom and whatever, and you can wear your blankie and have your phone out the whole time if you want to, and not disturb other people. That would be Dawn of the Dead. So Night of the Living Dead was 1968. Dawn of the Dead was 78. Day of the Dead was 85. Then he did Land of the Dead in 2005. I think he did Diary of the Dead in 07, and then Survival of the Dead was maybe like 2010. Survival of the Dead, I'll never watch that movie again. That was really bad. But I like all the other ones. I love the first four. And I like Diary of the Dead, but I don't know if that's a movie I would recommend to somebody unless they are a diehard George Romero fan, because I don't think it's for everyone. I'll just be real about it. Yeah, people are just like, it's the way I am, and I'm perfect, and I'm beautiful. Yes, queen. Let's see here. Well, what else do we got going on? Sean says, Davey, I had a random question. You're the same age as I am, and you seem like a pretty fit. Pretty fit. I'm 35 years old. I only weigh 145, and I cannot gain weight as hard as I try. Do you have any tips? I don't, I would say, well, I guess it depends on how tall you are. Cody would probably be able to help you put on some good like muscle weight. I try to eat like relatively healthy, but I don't make the best decisions all the time. But I just turned 43 and I weigh like 185-ish to 190, somewhere in there, just depending on the week and what I've had to eat. So I would say if you want to put on weight, enjoy some ice cream and let yourself eat some pizza at least once or twice a week. Tell me about it. I can't count how many times I bought Jaws already. That's the one movie that I have purchased a lot of times in my life. Jamie says, careful. I don't know. What am I being dangerous about something? What did I do? What did I do, Jamie? What did I do? Let me know. Jay Diamond says, okay, so I never saw Dawn, Davey. I did see Day of the Dead and I liked it. That's in the military base. Yep. Yeah, that's the underground one. Oh, dude, Dawn of the Dead is easily the fan favorite for sure. So you might even find that you enjoy Dawn of the Dead more. It is more pulpy and more comic booky. It's not as dark and serious as Day of the Dead for sure. Cody says, Sean, carbs. I'm about to start back up on a mass gainer. Yeah, pizza and burgers. Be careful about giving out personal information. Just a precaution. Oh, what did I say? Did I say something? I didn't think I gave out any personal information, did I? Oh, just like my age and my weight and my height and my social security number. Turned 46 in two weeks. Weigh 275. I was at like 220. I lost like 40 pounds from making a couple different adjustments there. But yeah, I'm not giving out personal information, but here's my phone number. Go ahead and text me. John says, thanks, Cody. I try to eat as much carbs as I can, but due to my work, it requires me to walk 15 miles a day. Well, dude, hey, I'll say this, Sean. Better to have an issue putting on meaningful weight than to have an issue not being able to get rid of weight, because the older you get, the tougher it is, right? So there you go. There you go. All right, folks, let's see here. I think that is going to wrap it up. We're just over 2 hours, but Wednesday night, late night with the Davey, we're going to do a 40th anniversary celebration. Happy birthday to George Romero's Day of the Dead from 1985. And we'll talk about it. We'll watch the movie and we'll talk about it more. So if you don't have Prime, now's a good time to get your Prime all set up. Or if you don't mind watching along with commercials and all that stuff, I do believe it's on Tubi or Pluto. Let me take a look and I can let you guys know here really quick before we hop off. And I don't have a poll open in the chat, do I, guys? I don't think I do. So yeah, Day of the Dead. So if you have AMC Plus, if you have Peacock, if you have Amazon Prime, or you can go to Tubi or Pluto or Crackle or Plex. Ooh, is it on Plex? Guys, if you don't have Plex, Plex is really good. I don't think there's commercials on Plex. So even if you don't have Prime or something, I might watch it through I might watch it through Plex because I think they might only do commercials at the beginning of the movie. I'm not sure, but I'll have to research that and check into it a little bit more. But yeah, Day of the Dead is playing. It's streaming all over the place, so there's a way for you guys to watch it for sure. Yes, and thank you so much, Eli. Don't forget to slash that like button and sub to this amazing channel, and consider becoming a member of the Mighty Death Squad for some sweet perks. I owe you channel members a members only night or a stream. Members, keep an eye out on your notifications. I might actually do that during the day tomorrow. I always try to do my members only when the folks across the pond can join us, because we do have some channel members that are out there in the UK, and I want them to be able to, you know, take advantage of the members only stuff. So keep an eye out. I'm going to shoot for like noon tomorrow. So keep an eye out and we will get in a good hang. Good night to everyone in the chat, and to you, Davey. Had a fun time with everyone tonight. Salancha. Salancha right back at you, Jay. Jamie saw Day of the Dead in the theater. You lucky duck. There are commercials on Plex. Okay. So yeah, but there are plenty of options. You know, plenty of, if you don't mind watching commercials, there are like 3 options out there, or Peacock, AMC Plus, Amazon Prime. So there's a lot of ways to watch Day of the Dead, and to watch it, hopefully uninterrupted. Yeah. If you become a member, I'll share my OnlyFans link. But you know, guys, again, I am putting together a Discord, but I need help with that. Somebody reach out to me that has any experience with Discord, or even if you just want to help me out, I can give you a link. You can jump into the Discord with me. I just want to make sure that things are working in there. Everything's firing on all cylinders, and then we'll get watch parties and mixtape jams going on in the Discord for channel members. That'll be really cool because we can actually play the music and actually play the movies. So way more immersive and way more badass. And with that, I will say thank you so much to all the Patreon members. Really appreciate the YouTube channel members as well. You guys are awesome. Big shout out to our amazing Death Squad mods. You guys are incredible. That's going to wrap it up for me tonight. I'll be back on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern for Late Night with the Davies' 40th birthday celebration of George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. I can't wait. I am so pumped. And yeah, guys, you have been awesome. But until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Death Ray. Take care.